everyone, and welcome to another Happy Little Stappers card making video. Today we'll be making this one layered card using some masking and ink blending techniques. I am using Nina Solar White cardstock for my card base. I want to add a diagonal striped border on the left edge of the card. I will be using one half of this arrow stamp from the Mix Mash set. I flip the card around so that the diagonal stripes point upwards. I place a mouse pad below my cardstock to get a good stamping impression. I also place a sheet of copy paper in between the cardstock and the mouse pad so that any stamping I do over the edge does not spoil the card base. I want to heat emboss all the stamping, so I will go over the card base with my EK6S anti-static tool so that the embossing powder only sticks to the stamped area. I'm using Ranger Superfine Detail Clear Embossing Powder for all my embossing, and I will be stamping with the Versapine Onyx Black ink. After inking my stamp, I tried to align it so that only half of the arrow is on my cardstock and the other half is outside so that I get the diagonal striped border. Sorry about my head popping in. The white sheet of copy paper made it difficult to stamp off the edge of the white cardstock, so I replaced it with a sheet of craft paper. Now I go ahead and stamp the border, taking care that only one half of the arrow gets stamped onto the card base. I find holding the stamp surface over a piece of folded cardstock and then pouring the embossing powder over the stamped area a really convenient and easy way to add embossing powder. Once done, I can easily pour the remaining embossing powder back into the bottle. I now create the remaining border by repeatedly stamping and heat embossing with the same stamp. Now that our border is done, we can go ahead and stamp the image. I'm using this elephant from the Whimsical Stamp Friends set and the sentiment, Happy Birthday sentiment from the Birthday Friends stamp set. I have mounted the stamps onto my Fiskars compact stamp press, and as I'll be heat embossing, I go over the card base again with my EK Success powder tool, and then I go ahead and stamp the image, and then I heat emboss the stamped image. I want to create an ink blended background behind the elephant, so for that I will mask out the elephant using some masking paper. I'm using fully sticky backed post-it notes to create my mask, so I will stamp the elephant onto this post-it note. I'm using Memento ink because it dries quickly, so I stamp on the post-it note and I then fussy cut the elephant out of this post-it note. After cutting out the elephant from the post-it note, I carefully stick it on top of my stamped elephant. I now covered the bottom half of the card with some broad post-it tape. I also cover a bit of the elephant's feet to create the effect that the elephant is standing on ground. I'm using Mermaid Lagoon Blue Distress ink to create the sky. In order to ensure that I don't get any hard edges while blending the ink, I'm using a tip that I learned from Joanna, my Happy Little Stampers fellow team member. She says that you should rub your ink blending tool once you loaded it with ink on a piece of scrap paper first before you apply the ink to your project. So here I have inked the upper half of my card, and now I want to add some green ink to the bottom half of my card. So I'm applying the post-it tape on the top half. So I'm creating a bit of an overlap between the green and the blue parts. I apply the ink in a circular motion, taking care not to apply too much pressure, otherwise I will get splotches of dark ink on my cardstock. I flip the post-it tape again to add some more blue to the top of my card, and then flip it again to add some more green to the bottom part. I keep on doing this till I'm satisfied with the colors that I have. Once I'm satisfied with the ink blending, I load a 8 number round brush with clear water and add big droplets of water onto the ink blended background. Distress inks react beautifully with water and add some interest to the background. I wipe off the excess water with a piece of tissue. Now we are ready to peel off the mask. I use Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers to color in the elephant. I'm using grey for the body of the elephant. I use only one shade of grey to color the entire body. I add more color wherever I want to create the shadows, and less color at the rest of the area. This was really fun to color in. I colored the saddle cloth on the back of the elephant with a green Zig Clean Color Real Brush marker. I finished the card by adding some detail onto the saddle cloth with a Copic multiliner pen, 0.3 thickness. And this finishes my card. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye bye.